Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have the 2020 Hyundai Palisade. This vehicle competes against the Ford Explorer and also the Toyota Highlander, and I will be reviewing the Highlander very soon to the channel, so you guys be on the lookout for that. And yes, I did review the Palisade a couple months back, but I'm going to just basically redo that video. But my question for today's video is, how does this vehicle compare to the other competition? So starting off under the hood of the Palisade, this has a 3.8 liter V6. It makes 291 horsepower, 262 foot-pounds of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, as this one sits and weighs 4,231 pounds. Fuel economy is rated at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined. It also gets GDI, which means gasoline direct injection. But let's talk about the front fascia here of the Palisade. I actually like these headlights here. I think they look better than the actual little brother or big brother, the Kia Telluride. You also have the an LED turn signal here with the LED daytime running lights. You also have these halogen projector bulbs here with the automatic high beam. You also get front parking sensors. I actually like this painted front splitter here. You also have Hyundai's corporate Cascade waterfall grille with your Hyundai emblem here. But overall, we're going to take a look at the side profile of the Hyundai Palisade. So here on the side profile of the Hyundai Palisade, starting with these wheels, these are a 245/50 20-inch rim. Let's have 4 disc brakes for all 4 wheels, and these are my favorite wheel design that you can get on the Palisade besides the limited wheels. I think the limited wheels that you get on the limited trim, they're not my favorite. You also have LED side markers here on your mirror caps, and my Tesla also has a sunroof. You also have these painted aluminum roof rails. Your wheelbase is 114.2 with the overall length of 196.1. The Ford Explorer is about 4 inches longer than the current Palisade. Overall, we're going to take a look at the rear of the Hyundai Palisade. The rear of the vehicle, let's have this rear spoiler here. Let's have this blade to keep that rear glass clean. Your Hyundai emblem here with your Palisade name, which is spelled out. You also have a standard backup camera with LED lights for your tag. You also have full LED tail lights back here, an LED reverse light, brake light, and a turn signal. You also have rear parking sensors. You also have this painted rear diffuser. You also have dual chrome tip exhaust. When we open up the tailgate back here, it is a powered lift gate with all seats folded up, getting around 18 cubic feet of space. When you fold all the seats down, you get 86.4. But overall, we're going to take a look at the interior of the Palisade. So I have the key fob for the 2020 Hyundai Palisade. Nice sturdy keys, feel very light in my hand. You can keep this in your purse or in your pocket. We also have your lock functions here: lock, unlock, remote start, and your tailgate release, and also your panic button. So to access the remote start, just hit the lock button and then hold the remote start button, and that 3.8 liter V6 is going to start right up. Walking up to the Palisade, let's have this little button here that locks the door. To unlock it, let's click it again. Open up this interior here. This is a black interior with some gray stitching. This is also the cloth interior, but you also can get Napa leather seats on the limited trim. You also have the soft touch ejecting molded plastic here with this painted aluminum brush door handle. You also have more of that aluminum trim styling materials. You also have your mirror controls here, your lock controls, your window controls. There's only express up, express down for the driver and passenger. You also have this soft portion here to rest your elbows with additional storage with your driver adjustable seating, also with lumbar support. Let's have a manual tip telescoping wheel. Your dimmer switches here, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, stability control, electronic parking brake, also for your tailgate release. So get inside the Palisade here. As you can see, you have the traditional gauges here. You also have your RPM, also your digital speedo. Sorry, it sounds like an airplane in here. Let's have paddles on the wheel, which are nice high quality paddles. Let's have voice command, volume controls, phone controls here. Let's have this function here to cycle through this helper screen here for your different controls for your lights, your doors, your driver's assistant. Like I mentioned, it also has blind spot monitoring and so forth. Let's have this 3-spoke wheel design, which I think I actually like on the actual Palisade. Let's have some hard buttons here for your map, nav, radio, your hazard switch, so forth. Let's have this 10.2 Blue-Link system here with the navigation. It's a pretty, very responsive head unit here that Hyundai provides you. You also have this soft touch upper part of your dashboard here. And here it looks very Mercedes-Benz like, because you also have your cluster here with your infotainment system, which is integrated. Well, it kind of looks like it's integrated into one, but I see where Hyundai went with their styling. Let's have this soft touch portion here of your dashboard. Your glove box is damp, so it's not lined with felt. It's a pretty decent sized glove box. And above me, you also have this standard size sunroof with LED lights throughout the whole entire cabin. You also have this function here so you can check on your second and third row passenger or little kids going through the Blvd system here. You also have this thing called driver's talk. You can click it. It's something similar to Honda's cabin talk or so forth. As you guys can hear, I'm not sure you can pick it up on the actual camera itself, but my voice is being projected through the actual speakers. So if you had your kids and they were screaming and getting on your last nerve, you can just cut this on and say, hey, calm down, relax, and I bet you the kids will definitely be calm and relaxed after they hear your voice through the speakers. I actually like that feature on the Palisade, also on the Kia Telluride, and also on the Honda Pilot, my apologies. But you can actually kick out of that. I'm sorry. If you don't click end, it will continue to project your voice. But going back here to home, you also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is standard. You also have this push style selector shifter here. Put your foot on the brake and press R for reverse. As you can see, you also have perimeter sensors here. Also have trajectory with distance markers. You also have front and rear parking sensors. You can click D for drive. It also has an 8-speed automatic transmission. Like I mentioned, you also have paddles. You go through 8 different gears. Click P for park. You also have an auto hold. You also have different drive modes here for comfort, sport. You also have smart. You also have snow, which you have to go all the way around. I thought if you just click it, it will go around for you once again, but you have to go back the opposite direction for eco. You also have snow. You have descent. Also have auto on start, which you can turn off or on. You also have parking sensors, but I advise you leave it on because this vehicle is pretty big. And like I mentioned, you have parking sensors all over the place. You also have a wireless charging pad in here with the USB. You also have cup holders, 2 cup holders. You can press this button here and they shoot out in a fancy styling, and then to close them back, you can just push them towards the different way. It actually holds my water bottle just fine in place. Your center console here is nice and padded. Coming up the center console here, you also have you also have 112 volt. You also have a fast charger with this tray that you can take out. There's a fair amount of storage. You can probably put your wallet, not a medium-sized purse or anything like that, because it's too small of a storage. But overall, we're going to take a look at the back seats and see how they actually feel. Into the second row of the Palisade, let's have these captain's chairs. Closing the door. The door sounds nice and solid. The materials back here will be a soft touch material. Also have this painted brushed aluminum door handle. Also have this retractable sunshade, so you can block out additional lighting. You also have a standard sunroof. You also have your air vents on the roof. You get LED lighting throughout the cabin. 2 mat pockets here. You also have USB in the seat backs here. You also have tri-zone climate control with the 12 volt and a household outlet. The floor back here is nice and flat, and the seats you can also slide them forward and back to give everyone or somebody that's over 6 feet tall a little more accommodation into that third row. You also have 2 cup holders here in the door, additional storage. But overall, the second row is very comfortable for somebody that's like my height, which is an average height, which is 5'8". But overall, we're going to take a look at the third row and see how it actually holds up. So to get into the third row of the Palisade, you have this little button here on the second row seating. You can push it and the seat will hydraulically slide forward. You also have this nice way to get into the third row. Pushing the seat back here. I have plenty of foot room. My knees are not really touching the seat back. You also have this little tab here that you can pull. You can make the seat recline, but it does kind of cut into the actual cargo itself. The materials back here are going to be hard touch plastic, but you do get 2 cup holders and 2 USB ports. The seats actually feel better than the actual Ford Explorer, because the Explorer you sit a little lower to the floor. With the Palisade you sit a little higher, so that's a point for the Palisade. Overall, like I mentioned, the materials back here hard touch plastic. You also have your air vents on the ceiling. You also get LED lighting throughout the cabin. But overall, we're going to take the Palisade out and see how it actually performs. Starting off in the 2020 Hyundai Palisade, I have the SEL trim. A couple months ago, I actually reviewed the limited trim. I think the limited trim was a little nicer with the interior because it had the nap leather seats, and my tester here has 3-level heated seats, but on the limited you can get heated and cool seats. I'm talking about exterior wise of the Palisade. The Palisade reminds me of a Land Rover because it looks so like I have money, I'm in your face, but it's at a budget. This one that I'm driving stickers for $41,400. $415 with some additional option. So base price for a Palisade is about $35,000, which is very competitive. Driving wise, the Palisade has good visibility from the side mirrors here. They're pretty decent sized mirrors with the blind spot monitoring. Also have a good visibility out the back. The suspension feel is very soft. Nice leather wrap steering wheel. You also have paddle shifters. It goes over the bumps pretty fine. Handling in the Palisade is pretty good. The steering doesn't feel, it feels loose, but it's very playful. But the car is not going careening to the left or is careening to the right. It does stay in place. Fuel economy really quick is rated at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined. So it has good MPG. And this car you can definitely take this car on a long road trip, and I know that it would get over what the EPA suggested. So if you guys are a very conservative driver, I'm going to switch it over to sport mode here. This makes 291 horsepower and 262 foot-pounds of torque. So put my foot down here. This is front wheel drive. It does sound pretty good, but remember the Ford Explorer makes about 9 more horsepower compared to this at about 300 if you get the XLT trim. And remember, Ford also offers a ST Performance, which makes about good 400 horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque. So if you guys want to look for something a little bit more sportier SUV, I kind of would recommend the Ford Explorer. The interior in here is very spacious. This has 3 rows. You can definitely fit your family in here. You can, like I mentioned, you can take this thing on a long road trip. You don't have to worry about everybody's being cramped. You have plenty of leg room, arm room, so forth. Anybody over 6 feet tall could definitely sit in that 3rd row. So after spending time with the 2020 Hyundai Palisade, this vehicle is 100% family friendly. It also offers 3 rows of comfort. So how much does a Palisade cost? Starting price is $35,200. It also has some additional equipment which rolls in the convenience package, also the driver's guidance package, and also the sunroof option. Including destination, you got a grand total of $41,415. I would like to give a special thanks to Kishawn for providing me with the vehicle. If you're in the market for a Hyundai Palisade, you can come to Homestead of Hyundai and ask for Kishawn. And this is my full overview on the 2020 Hyundai Palisade. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Driver Reviews, and please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel and turn on post notifications. I'll catch you all in the next video.